The AI artist rollout would be crazy. The album rollout for the AI artist would be hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
the AI artist on the Breakfast Club.
Oh my
Yo.
God.
that could be a good one though, because I think a good rollout for an album makes such a huge difference.
100%.
It's like almost as if the rollout for the album kind of suspend how good the album actually is. You know?
Not gonna lie to you, in history, there's been about 3 album rollouts that are my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if these are your favorites too. You guys can probably think of some while I tell you these. But number one for me, no particular order, but the first one for me is when Kanye did Good Fridays. I don't know if you guys remember
That's my number one.
That's your number one?
Yeah.
That's my number one.
He was dropping a good record every single Friday. No pun intended. The records were actually good. But some like real quality music came out of that. And that was before Dark Twisted Fantasy too, which was an elite album by Kanye.
To me, I still think that is the best rollout because it also was a comeback album. It was after the Taylor Swift stuff. It was him kind of like coming back into the consciousness.
Yeah.
And it was the like true blog era where you had these records that like you spent the whole day waiting for or the whole weekend listening to.
Yeah.
But they might not infiltrate the mainstream and radio. So I think about when Monster came out, that was a huge moment. Nicki Minaj, her album hadn't been out yet.
Yeah.
That was like, you know, we're like, oh, okay, Nicki Minaj is here to stay.
So appalled.
Yeah. And then there was the rumor of Child Rebel Soldier, which as a group I still want to see it. We're never going to see it now.
Impossible.
But that would have been a real super group. So
all 3 of them are technically still active, but it'll never happen.
Yeah, they're not. They're like, and they've gone in such different directions. Such different directions. But stuff like that as part of the rollout, I think was interesting. And then as well, you talk about the Good Fridays being its own mixtape, which was basically just as good as the project.
Yeah.
Looking for Trouble is what I always think of.
Looking for Trouble was a good one for sure.
Of like, we waited till like Saturday morning and J. Cole was on it. Like, yeah, that was a big moment.
And now we see where Kanye and J. Cole are today.
Oh, man.
Crazy. I have another Kanye one. Graduation versus Curtis. With 50 Cent. Like that whole versus between the two of them. I think that was my number one because it was in the era where you had to go to these television platforms and like really showcase.
106 in Park.
Yeah, so 106 in Park, they're going at each other. MTV, they're going at each other. There's like newspaper articles and shit. Like it was dope. It was dope to kind of see them two go at each other. I always knew, I don't know how you guys felt at the time, but I knew that Graduation was going to be better than Curtis.
No, same. I knew it was going to be better because I was more a Kanye fan.
Yeah.
But I also knew it would sell more. I think in my mind, I was like 50's doing this to boost his album sales.
Yeah.
Kanye had been on a legendary run up until that point. Like Late Registration, College Dropout, like 2 of the best first 2 albums anyone had put out. He had all the mixtapes he was doing as well. So in my mind, I was like, there's no way he's going to outsell Kanye.
Yeah.
But I thought it was genius for him to go against Kanye. You know, it really reminds me of the Drake versus Kendrick as like, position myself against you. You represent this. I represent this. But probably the most important historical of all the ones you probably have. I don't know what else you have on that list. Just because that battle, that clash, almost ended gangster rap all at once. You know, like
put a pause on it for sure.
No, but I would say like there's no like a gangster rapper hasn't had that peak in the same way since.
No.
Like even the 2 guys I think of who are like in that lane, which is 21 Savage and Future, way less gangster. 21 Savage, yes, but he kind of came up doing other kinds of records. That's what got him really popular.
100%.
You know,
he's on pop records at times.
You know, like with Post Malone, stuff like that. Future is like, he's more the like cool druggy. Like that's
I wouldn't put Future in the gangster rap category. You're right. It's more of an underground niche these days. Yeah.
So it's like that gangster rap, which felt like the biggest thing at the time with people like 50, DMX. You know, it all ended at once. And it's like the fact that the next era was guys like Kendrick, J. Cole, Big Sean, A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, being vulnerable became cool.
Yeah, and so then it was just normal after that. So like, it was normal because you could just be a normal guy. Like I always have thought about that with that next era of guys is say that Kanye, 50, battle goes differently. They all have to choose a lane.
It's like if the Nazis won.
Okay. Too soon.
For sure.
Too soon.
I'll beat that up. But we'd be living in an alternate universe where gangster rap would be taken over and the nerds would have to hide.
No, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, if everything changes, is Kendrick just leaning into like he's from Compton and his whole
him in the game are making more records?
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole style's different.
Drake's a hood nigga now.
No, Drake goes full conscious. Drake is just Talib Kweli, and it's just you know what I mean? Because it's like Kanye made it cool where you didn't have to choose a lane. You could just be, I'm a person, I rap, I'm into this and this. So I think that's where I think of as like, does A$AP Rocky go full gangster mode? You know what I mean? It's like I'm not the fashion guy, I'm the gangster guy. So all these artists that got big at that time, how does their career look different if 50 wins that battle? And also 50 lied. He said he would never make music again.
Oh no, he made music immediately.
Lied. Yeah.
He made mediocre music immediately. Shout out to 50 though. We don't want you on our necks. The last one I had, it's not really a rollout. She kind of did this post the album dropping because it was a surprise drop. But when Beyonce dropped the self-titled album, Beyonce, she had a music video for every song. Yeah. And that was like rare from a big artist to do. Usually we talked about music videos in the past. Artists are dropping like 2 to 3 for an album. She dropped a music video for every single song, which was pretty cool. So, and there was some tracks on that album that I liked. Came out in 2013.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. You're right. It is more post, and we did not see it coming. It reminds me that the old era, and I guess you can technically still do this, but it doesn't hit the same, was kind of announcing your album with an award show or on TV somewhere. Like that was a big part. I remember when Kanye and Jay-Z did Otis, like the song had been out, but that was like, there was no video that time. So seeing them perform it was like a big deal, that kind of thing. Yeah. That's not really a thing as much.
So I got a question for you.
Anymore.
How do you feel about, like we just talked a whole talk about rollouts and doing it before the album drops and whatever. Nicki talked about her album dropping 6 months ahead of time. She dropped a release date. How do you feel about something like that?
Nicki's being petty, man. Nicki is being
I know petty. Why she's doing it. I know who she's going at for that and the timing of the release, but saying your album 6 months ahead of time, how do you feel?
Lil Wayne did the same thing with his album, basically around the same time. I think it's a horrible idea. To me, I'm actually more pro like announce your album the day before. Like when Drake did that with Honestly Nevermind, and it was like new album tomorrow. That's the best way to do it, because at a certain point, unless you have a real great hit single, let us be hyped for like 28 hours, 24 hours. Like, don't make this last 6 months. 6 months of hype doesn't work in this new era.
Yeah, you're almost putting like too much weight on it, because you're like giving people 6 months to get in, anticipate it, get all hyped up, start making their own, like, who's going to be on
She's still going to do numbers. I agree with both of you guys. Yeah. She's still going to do numbers, though.
For sure, but it's Nicki.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, another artist tries that, that's like, yo.
No, bro. You couldn't be like a newer artist.
Yeah.
She's the only one that could do it, but I mean, still.
And I think she's not going to meet the date. Like, that's my thing is, when you go 6 months out, you're not going to meet the date. Because we, for example, we could have a date behind the scenes that we're trying to aim for. As we get closer, we're like, oh, we got to move this, we might have to move the date. But the fans don't know. That's more likely than not going to happen with Nicki Minaj, is that date that she has on the calendar, we're going to get to March, and it's going to be like, sorry, second week of April now.
Yeah.
So it's like, your fans don't have to really know that, because you don't put the date out so early.
Yeah, she should have said just come in 2026. Maybe.
No, that would have been the move. 2026. New album, So yeah, I'm not with the idea of announcing it way before. I want to know what everyone else thinks, though. Like in the comments, let us know your favorite album rollouts of all time. I want to know what everyone thinks. It's crazy you named a lot of Kanye ones.
Yeah, he's had some of the best rollouts.
I have another Kanye one.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeezus.
Oh, I was gonna say Donda.
Donda's one too.
Donda, the first Donda, he had a good rollout.
Yeah, Donda was one of them too.
What was the Yeezus rollout, real quick?
And Pablo.
What was the Yeezus rollout?
When he had the projections on like the walls in Europe.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And I remember at the time, because it was Black Skinhead, and I forget the other song that he was promoting. But people were saying that these are not the actual songs. Because they sounded so different from what he had normally sounded like. They're like, this is just for the promo. These aren't the actual songs. He's just leading us astray. So
so is Kanye just the GOAT of the album rollouts? Because Donda was fire too.
And Pablo
was fire. We just talked about Graduation.
Yeah, he
might be the GOAT of the album rollouts, man.
That makes it more sad that he's on his whatever he's on right now.
Yeah, whatever he's on right now is
maybe
true.
It's another rollout.
If you like that video or any other Mayor Media video, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned if you want to see more.